Alright, what is up? How we doing? We're gonna do this, we're gonna do some Cas Boots here. Should be a fun time, I think. Probably get started momentarily. Good crew tonight. 11 runners, I think. Yeah, 11 as of right now. Some mentees, couple mentors. Some other people. Probably start right on 8 o'clock, so we got probably less than a minute. Oh, how about we start right now? Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Blue mail's nice. Off the rip. And money off the rip, too? Alright. I don't hate this. And bombs? Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Pretty good start. Let's see what waits for us downstairs in the castle here. It's a 2 Monday night games in the NFL tonight. I think the second one tees off pretty shortly. First one's already live. It's Jets and I think Dolphins. It's an AFC East matchup, which I'm mildly intrigued by. And then the second game is Broncos and I forget who the Broncos are playing. That tees off. That starts at 8:15. To tease off, I have Ryder Cup on the brain still. Alright, get that guard out of the way. There we go. Alright, so we've seen the key and the map, so we're going to have items the rest of the way. We don't run into walls. I think we're a little slower than I'd like to be at this point. We'll see, though. It might be close. I want to get into the back of Escape through the throne room by like 350. It's going to be a little bit behind that, I think. Not much, though. A couple of seconds. At 353, that's not bad. Not too bad. Now there's one glove. That's good to have. We like that. And if we happen to find another one, I know what I'm gonna do. Right to King's Tomb. That burned me. Was it last week? Might have been last week. More money. Not much else, though. Yeah, so I try to shoot for like 515 here. We're going to be probably 520. Maybe a little bit less than that. Excuse me. Yeah, about 515, 514. That's fine. Need to do a map check at some point soon, too. Alright, more bombs is good. We'll take that. Red crystal up at Terra. Rest are regular crystals. So all 3 pendants in the Dark World. I mean, not that we need it, but we'll take it. Don't care about that. Another 300. That's 3 of them we've seen already. Definitely not rupee starved today. No poverty seed. So much so that we're going to leave that early 50 in the clearing. More bombs. We'll take that. We're full on bombs already coming into the village. Love seeing that. Now we can clear out Kakariko Village here. Another 10-pack. That is a good one to have. We can sequence break Death Mountain now. I won't do it yet, but we could. Lamp or Flute gets us access to Death Mountain. Early Hammer, okay. Bottle helps us clear The village. That's Dark World access. That's super early Dark World access. A vanilla bottle. I am just bonking everywhere. No chickens were harmed in the bombing of that wall. It's a kid. Is that all the 300s? Is there only 4 of them in the game? I think there might only be 4. We've seen all of them within 10 minutes. That's kind of neat. So definitely not Poverty Seed for sure. Going to bed?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, good night.
See you tomorrow.
In the morning, right and early. Mm-hmm. Thanks. Toodaloo. Alright, so we're not going to hit Dark World just yet. Soon, but not yet. I want to at least hit Mini Moldorm Cave before we do any Dark World shenanigans. Once we find the mirror, we can route everything. That wasn't too bad. A third bottle. And the lamp. Okay, so now Mountain is available. Sun prize, single rupee. Get that. Get out of the way. Alright, so we have some dungeons we can clear already. Clear Thieves, we can clear Hera fully, both of them. But we'll do some of these checks here. At least do Hype Cave before we go probably into Thieves. I would love to get at least the myths before we go up to Death Mountain. Alright, so interesting. TR and Meyer are pendants. Pods are 5/6, and Swamp is green pendant. So this has a chance to be a pretty quick layout here. Could also be very trolly, we don't know. Okay, I don't hate that. So we're a bow away from Pod Eastern being a thing that we can do. There's a chance we might not need any medallions. We will need the fire rod. So bow, fire rod. Logically, the flippers. Samaria, more than likely. Well, I think logically, probably for ice. We need mitts. Given the layout, there's a lot of items that might not be required. Alright, we'll go into Thieves first. If we didn't get that sword, I would have considered going up to Death Mountain to do Hera first, but extra sword, I'm thinking we do Thieves. 4 items versus 2 for the dungeon, although there are more checks up on Death Mountain. I would love mitts, even a book. Mirror would be kind of cool. But we'll see. See how it shakes out. Okay. Good safety, opens up a check. Don't hate that. Alright. Fully clearable Crystal Thieves Town. And that was our first item. Did give us an extra heart, which at this point is pretty good. Up to 6 hearts now. Okay. We knew the big key had to be in the first 4 somewhere. Alright, so 1 item front, and we haven't seen the small key yet. So there's a chance that the small key is in that big chest. We've seen the rest of the dungeon items, so more than likely gonna have to check it. I thought I had it. Not too bad, though. Never can be sure if that guy is gonna come at me or not. No heart drops there. Get some in the basement, and I have the powder. So I'm not too worried about health at this point. I also have a red potion if it gets really, really dire. Like if that guy tries to snipe me, which he did. Luckily, I avoided it, so we're still good. Alright, so if we don't see the small key, we don't check the big chest because we can't. Perfect. So the last item should be on blind. Just get the potion ready, just in case. Hopefully we don't need it, but... Alright, no, that's pretty good. Alright, I can mark a bunch of stuff off here. Did that, did that, did that. Alright, so we can go up into Skull Woods and just check that out quickly. And then up to Death Mountain. So let's scout this first, because we can save quit from inside Skull Woods. Alright, that's nothing we need to worry about. We can mark off Bumper Ledge. Alright, that wasn't awful. I do need to get better at doing that, though. But that wasn't too bad. Ah. Alright, so we'll steal this key. And then we will check the rest of the front and then go up to Death Mountain. We have access to basically all of the Light World stuff up there. And another dungeon. That's our first item. It's the red meringue. The superior boomerang, in my opinion. That's another check we can do. Actually, the boomerang stuns the Gibdos. Wallmaster ourselves back here and get this going. I think I had it and I moved. Alright, that is our second item out of here. But we do not need to come back here until we get the fire rod, and probably until we're in go mode, so that's good to know. Oh wait, I didn't want to go this way. I guess I can. Didn't want to, but I can. So many checks on Death Mountain. As I said, another dungeon we can beat. Full clear. Oh, that's trash. Am I gonna even make it at this point? Alright. So hard piece up on top of Spec Rock. Not too worried about that. Not worried about those 5 rupees either. Did I get by that? Okay, good. Good. Alright, into Paradox. Shovel and Ether. Hopefully don't need Ether, but it's possible. Red Cane's good. Fire Rod, good. Let's go do Spiral Cave before we get out of here. Actually, we should do Hera first and then do Spiral Cave. So let's do that. Okay, bow on the floating island. So once we get Myths and Mirror, we'll have access to a bow. But not before then. Well, not that bow anyways. Alright, we want this. That's one item. That setup's pretty easy once you kind of get the hang of it. Alright, so we're looking for one more item here. And there it is. Okay, so that's good. Nothing in the basement here. We like that. We could get it, but we don't even have to deal with it. It also could be the small key you need to get in there, so It'll be 2 crystals in under half an hour. That's pretty good. Alright, so what's that? The compass down in the basement? Alright, one more check. And then off to our next spot. Unless we get mitts here. Mitts here, we stay on the mountain. Okay. Decidedly not mitts. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. Whole bunch of red. We'll go into Easter. We've got to come back and do pod anyways. There we go. Because we could beat Skull Woods, but we don't have any reason to go there. It's not a red crystal, and we've got all the items out of there. We can go into pod. We can go into... Actually, no, we can't go into desert. Need the book for that. Although book makes it beatable. Okay. We have not seen the small key. I mean the big key, so we've got to go around. It's very unlikely there's a bow in here, since we already know where one is. But it could have an item that leads us to the bow. Myths or mirror, potentially both. Although we can't get both items. Wait, did I even go right? I don't even think I went right side. I didn't. Oh, that was not smart. That wasn't smart. Not sure what I was thinking there. But I never did this. This will be the big key right here. No, I just wanted to go in there with full health. Is that so hard? Apparently. So after this, we've got some one-off checks in the light world that we can do. Check the shovel quickly. And then head down to the desert area. Check out Agina. What else do we have? We've got Magic Bat, we've got Zora, we have Pyramid and Pod. And Catfish. So the Bloomerang is on the ledge, not going for that. Not that we can get it now anyways, but we don't have to worry about it later. Okay. We're going to Pod. Get at least 4 items out of there, plus Pyramid. Then head up to Catfish. I just wanted to get Agina out of the way, just because it's Sphere 0. That was going to bother me. Pyramid is bombs. I don't care. Don't have to worry about money. 1,500 rupees is more than enough to do everything. And fill every bottle that I have with blue potions, so... It's a little unfortunate. I'm more than likely going to have to double dip both Eastern and Pod at this point, but I feel like there's got to be something in Pod. It's not Pod, it's Magic Bat, Catfish, or Zora. So no mirror, so I gotta make sure my routing is on point. It's also possible we're bow locked out of Pod, actually, now that I think about it. We're not, but... Probably gonna have to potion glitch anyways to get over there. Oh, have to is strong, but I will. Alright, let's see what we've got. Could be key for a key. Nope, vanilla big key. So whatever I get over here is not in logic without the bow. It's probably going to be a small key in a map, so that's fine. So I don't think there's anything that's out of logic in here. Because we very easily could have just skipped that and still been okay. Because we could have had, you could have used that small key to get to the boss later. Getting that heart was unnecessary. Getting that key on the right side lets us do it this way. I think it'll be a little bit quicker without the mirror. So is this going to be a seed where Pod has nothing? In Bombos, fine. So if this is a small key, we check Hellway. If not, we're done. Okay. So last chance for Pod to have anything. There, let's go to... Catfish. So still potential that this was forced double dip, but it's only if the mushroom turns into anything. Like if mushroom leads to mitts, let's say. Well, mitts mirror. What else? Mitts mirror. Flippers, I guess. If I had the mirror, I could turn that mushroom in right now. Alright, Catfish, what do we got? Not worth. Okay. Magic Bat first. Then Mushroom. Then Zora. This is the point where I feel like I missed something. Okay, there are the mitts. Which actually doesn't really open anything here. But it does open up some checks on Death Mountain. Hopefully the mirror's here and I can grab this bow. That is the hope. At this point. Right, because we need... That bow opens up 2 crystals. Oh wait, I have to do it this way. Nice. I can beat 1 crystal. What else is left? Ice, we need the flippers for, but I could sequence break that, potentially. So Ice Pod Eastern, Skull Woods. Oh, and Desert. Alright, so Bombos gets us into TR. Alright, that's the flipper, so that's ice. Book, that's desert. Mirror, please. Wait. Hey, what? Let's do this. And check Zora area whilst we're here. I wanted to grab these potions before we go into ice, just in case. So we need that mirror. I meant to get rid of that B. There we go. Okay. That's fine. Alright, what's the scam today, I wonder? Yikes. Alright, let's go into ice. And I guess we can check Hobo first. So the island is trash. T-Rash. So we just mirror for go mode? Or bow. I guess if we find a bow. Find a bow, then we're in go mode. Good news is we can break this dungeon pretty nicely. Fine. It's a pretty smooth icebreaker, I'll take that. Big key, nice. That's our first item. Nice and smooth down there. Of course, iced tea was nothing. We wasted that key. Okay, that is 2. So one more item. Alright, that's it. Just have to get this small key. I didn't hear the Stalfos drop. Let's try to get the dupes here. We did. We got one down. Oh, I thought. Alright, well, since we had to use that, let's just do that. Alright, so ice is down. Might as well go to desert. One quick stop before we do, though. We've had this open for a little bit. Since we got the mitts, actually. Alright. Fine. Off to desert. So there's a weird scenario where we have 2 items available for our go mode. Because we need the bow. There's 2 of those out there. We know where one of them is. It's locked behind the mirror up on the floating island. So we either need to find that other bow or the mirror. So we can go get that bow. This will be crystal number 4. We can finish Skull Woods for 5 whenever we want. Not a ton of reason to do it. We've gotten the items. At this point, we just need to start clearing. We need to finish clearing the dungeons we can clear that have items. But after this, there's Smith Chain. Mirrorless Smith Chain. TR. I think that's it. Can't get into Mire, can't get into Swamp. Can't do anything else in Pod. Can't do anything else in Eastern. Like I said, we can beat Skull Woods, but not really a reason to at this point. So it's Smith Chain or TR. We also have Ether Tablet too. And check if we go up to TR, we can check that on the way. feel like these arrow drops are mocking me. Like, oh, you don't have the bow yet? You're an hour in? The worst part is we saw that bow half an hour ago-ish. And we just can't do anything about it. So there is an item here. Thank you for playing nice. Alright, that's it. That is it. So interesting seed. No mirror, no flute required. I guess we could still find that stuff, but... So it's just Eastern, Pod, and Skull Woods. So let's go beat Skull Woods. And then we can do Pod and Eastern. Alright, the go mode at like 101. And then just bosses to beat. Armos will drop an item. Helma will not, and Moth will not. How many keys do we have? Should be 1 or 2. Alright, nice. So things I am looking for. Sword. Half magic. Mirror. Those are probably the 3 things I'm looking for the most. Probably in that order. Well, sword, half magic, mirror. Talk about playing nice, Moth. My goodness. I'm gonna minimize the race room. I don't want to know at this point. I don't want to know. Check this out. Just gonna grab a bunch of potions now. Then we can head down to Eastern and then down into Pod. Might as well grab that in case we get some hearts in GT or something. The weird seed, no pendant exploration required, which means no mire, no TR, no swamp. Weird. There we go. Which means we didn't get into my area, we didn't do any mirror checks. We skipped arguably the 3 longest dungeons. Well, 3 of the longest dungeons. The pod might be a little bit longer. Might be a little bit of a nerve-wracking Ganon fight, though, if it stays like this. 9 hearts, blue mail, Master Sword Silverless. I mean, if Armos drops the mirror, we can at least have silvers. But otherwise, we're probably not getting silvers. Because I don't see a scenario where I stop and do anything else. Interesting seed, though. Very interesting. Oh, really? Wasn't quick enough. Was on that one. Oh, we got a sword. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So tempered silverless, much easier, much better. That's perfect. Let's run down, go into the dark world. We'll finish pod. And then we can just go right up to Death Mountain. Weird seed. No ice rod, no mirror, no flute. No cape. And we somehow avoided mire, TR, and swamp. What a strange seed this has been. So it was not necessary to double dip Eastern Ore Pod, but it's tough to avoid, I feel like, given what your options are at the time. I'll fill up on some arrows now. Actually, I shouldn't need too many arrows. So we're not going to get silvers. So I should only need, what, 8 arrows? To get through mimics at GT. Could have grabbed some arrows there. I did grab some arrows there. Okay, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, crystal 7. Off to GT, we get 3 blue potions, 9 hearts, blue mail, tempered sword, mirror shield. So not the most comfy, but it's definitely doable. Definitely doable. So it was a forced up and down the mountain. Because the book was in Hookshot Cave. So you had to come up here, get the book, to then get the Go Mode bow. Alright, so we'll get into GT at 113. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know what? I will take that, actually. I feel like some of the top runners might skip that, but I'm not there. Oh. I don't have mirror, so I have to... Oh, it's not smart. To at least check hope. Come on. Come on, what am I doing? So if Big Key's in Hope Room, I'm gonna feel really, really dumb. So I kind of hope it's not. I guess or Mirror could also be in there, and I wouldn't feel great either. walking into bombs. What am I doing? Okay, there it is. Yeah, got a death warp because we don't have the mirror. I'm gonna make a quick check of Hope Room to see if we get another key. Nope. That's fine. Might as well spam Fire Rod because we'll probably have to use a potion pretty soon. We might as well use it now. Didn't really want to use it there, but didn't really have a choice. Alright. Try to conserve a little bit of magic here. That's worth going to get. I think. Plenty of health. Up to 12 hearts. Love seeing that. Oh no, I didn't get the key. I should have checked to see if there was a key in that chest. whatever. We got that one. Half magic? Half magic? No, but that's not awful. Worth picking up. I'm going to say 3 runners at least have already finished. I think that was a triple. That was a single. Alright, 3-1-2. That's fine. Let's pull up the race room and see. 6 have already finished. Yeah, we were late to those mitts. That's what did us in. This is what, 11? Yeah. Six. Six. I think that's enough, but just in case. Alright. Easy enough. Yeah, I'm not surprised people are finished on this one. This one had the potential to be kind of jetty if you just stuck to dungeons. I did too much overworld searching. Yeah, it's how fast you get to those mitts. And I did not get to them very fast. And that's why I'm in the bottom half tonight. Find? Yes. Could I do anything with them? No. Because I never found the mirror. That's 2. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. This should be the last hit. Yes, sir. All right. What was the top time? 107.42 from Sean. No surprise there. 109.12 from Ahab. Finished 7th with that 124.47. Let's see. Koi, 3rd place. Immortal Koi, not other Koi. 110 flat. Sawyer, 4th place, 113.19. Rezus, 5th place, 115.09. And Emok, teammate, friend of the stream, 117.55. And then me 7 minutes later with that 124. Speaking of Emok, thank you for the GGs. GGs to you as well. That's a pretty good time. Sub 120. That's really good. My issue was I was very late to the mitts. I think I only had maybe 1 or 2 spots left before I went to, or when I went to Magic Bat. Didn't realize you would go. So I'm guessing the bow you found was on Landmo, and you never got the one on Floating Island? Because I never found the mirror. And I scouted that bow pretty early, like 25 minutes. Yeah, I'm guessing mirror is in TR somewhere. I guess it could be in Swamp. Actually, it can't be in Swamp. And it can't be in Myers. So it's either going to be TR, GT, Smith Chain, or Red Bomb. I think those are the only places. Or Ether Tablet. I didn't check that either. But yeah, I was pretty late to the mitts, which kind of stopped me from doing a lot of things. Because mitts locked, obviously, ice, but it also locked the flippers and the book in Hookshot Cave. And then that book led to Go Mode Bow. But I just never found a good time to head over to Magic Bat. Try to dig spot. That's a good way to. That's what I probably should have done, because I did the dig spot and then left to go do. I did mushroom turn into Zora checks at that point, because I'd gotten the mushroom from Pod. I should have just gone up and finished, like headed up into Magic Bat from the dig spot. That's what I should have done, but yeah, Zora was trash. I think it might have maybe had a medallion. No, I don't think it did. I think it was all trash. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just going for, well, there's like 5 checks up at that area up in the northeast between the mushroom and all the Zora stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll just go there. Probably something along the lines of, I can do Magic Bat when I go back to beat Skull Woods. But I should have just gone up and done it. At least Magic Bat, maybe not Skull Woods. After Mitts, beat Skull Woods, and then back up the mountain. I think I did Mitts. I had already gotten both items out of Skull Woods at that point. I think Mitts, I immediately went up the mountain. I was just late to the Mitts by about, I'm guessing, probably 7 or 8 minutes behind you. Probably 7 minutes. I think you beat me by 7 minutes, so. 138 CR, add comment. Yeah, it was a weird seed. Like, that bow up on the island was just kind of taunting me for half an hour. And I knew I needed the bow, but we had 2 shots to get it. And not just 2 bows. Like, if we found Mirror would have been go mode. Would have been a little bit longer because you have to go up to get it. But I was like, we either need to find Mirror or we need to find bow. And the second bow was on Landmo. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you see that bow and it's just taunting you. Like, yep, I know where this bow is. I know that's my go mode item. So I need that mirror. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. Like I said, you're so focused on the one bow, you see the second one, you're like, all right, great. Like, that's my silvers, but I need to go get my bow now. When that is not the case. I also thought I goofed because I never went to Hope Room when I went into GT. Oh, you just had ice left? Okay, yeah, I did ice. Right after I got the flippers, I did ice first. No mirror, no flute, no safety until GT Big Chest. Well, I didn't even check GT Big Chest. I death warped from Rando Room. I didn't even think about that because I was short a key, so I had to kill the Helmas up top. Oh, you skipped Hope too? Okay. It just so used to like, all right, like we're doing DM mode and get up into the Stalfos room and I'm like, wait, nope, can't do it. That's exactly what I did. I was like, oh well, we might as well go full left at this point and hope it's not in Hope Room. And it was not. Burno was in Big Chest? Okay. Yeah, I think my only safety I had powder. Which obviously everybody had to get. And I don't know if you checked validation chest, but it had red mail. I was really hoping to pull half magic. You validated? Alright, good. Yeah, I when I beat Landmo and was in Go mode, I still had to beat Moth. I had to beat the bosses of Skullwoods, Pod, and Eastern. So I did Skullwoods. I think I had one blue potion at that point. And then when I saved quit, I went right to. I filled my bottles up at that point, beat Eastern, beat Pod, and then went up to GT. But I had 3 potions. I think I ended up using one of them in the gauntlet. I was like, God, I need to make sure I route this right because I don't have the flute and I don't have the mirror and I can't do all this stuff. And then completely forgot I didn't have the mirror once I got into GT. Yeah, this was kind of a fun seed. I didn't hate it. I wonder how much time I could have saved if I didn't skip Magic Bat. A lot of the dungeons are junk food. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of the stuff I think ended up being on the way, just kind of in the path from dungeon to dungeon. Let's see, dungeon wise, I mean, obviously Lanro had the bow. Armos dropped what ended up being my tempered sword, but Pod had nothing. Eastern, outside of the sword, had nothing. I did finish with tempered. I didn't check. I mean, obviously we couldn't get into Mire, we couldn't get into Swamp. I didn't go into TR, so that's what 13 checks right there plus all the mirror checks. So it's probably close to 20 checks right there that you just can't even do. And then I skipped all of right side GT and Ice Armors in the big chest in GT. Yeah, completely blocked. And how about the 3 pendants? Like, it's always nice when Mire and TR are pendants. And not even green pendant. They were both the non-green pendants, which was awesome. I was like, I really hope I don't have to go into any of those. And eventually you got access to TR, but I never touched it. Yeah, I mean it's definitely possible. I mean, there's like I said, there's so many item checks in those dungeons. I mean, TR and Swamp in particular. In the way they're shook up, that's 14 checks if you include Mimic Cave and Green Pendant turn in. That's a very very high check count for relatively small areas. Let's see, a couple more finishers: 134 48 for the Benjamin, and then Panda 135 27. There's only a couple more racers left, but that'll do it for me. It's getting late. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I was hoping this would be done quick, and it was, just not as quick as I would have liked. But that's fine. It was fun. I had a good time. Everybody that beat me probably should have beat me, so no issues with that. But thanks for hanging out. Emok, thanks for jumping in after you finished. GG's again on your race. It's a great time. I will talk to you later. Try to get maybe a beer league match in if we can get something scheduled. I think we only have 3 left. We have 2 co-op enemizers and 1 open boots. But we'll get those scheduled hopefully within the next week or two and knock those out. But that'll do it for me. Have a good night, and I will talk to you all later.